Stampers, Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. Do you like to color? You know, there was the day that I really didn't like to color. And then I discovered Stampin Blends. And I've been a little bit obsessed with coloring. And I've shared a lot of videos recently coloring with Stampin Blends for you guys. I'm not going to color with blends today. I'm going to show you how to watercolor using an Aqua Painter, and I'm also going to show you how to use watercolor pencils. You know, I tend to get in my little box of Stampin Blends, and I love them so much that I forget that there's a lot of other ways to color, and maybe some of these ways you'd rather explore instead. You know, I know Stampin Blends can be kind of a big investment as you buy those markers one at a time or in a pair of or a combo of a light and a dark. Well, you know what? If you're a newer stamper, you're just starting out, maybe you want to start with watercolor pencils or an Aqua Painter. Two completely different looks, but you can get some great coloring with them as well. So I want to teach you how to color with both of those today. And I also want to show you some brand new products that just came out today. It's called coordination products, or I don't even know what the whole name of the special is, but they've come out with some dies that coordinate with some of our Sale-a-bration stamp sets, as well as I think a couple are actually in the catalog. And this is just a special limited release that starts today. Now, I do want to tell you, they did something similar to this last year, and they sold out fast. Now, fingers are crossed that Stampin' Up! Learned from last year that we love these coordinating dies and that they'll last longer. But I just want to share with you guys, if these are dies that you want, I really encourage you to hop on over to that online store and order them soon, because I don't want you to be disappointed. So that's all I'm going to say right now. I'm going to flip the camera down. I'm going to show you some of these fun new dies and what they coordinate with. And then I'm going to show you how to color with watercolor pencils and show you how to color with an Aqua Painter. So let's get started. For those of you that are new, I really don't like spending a lot of time showing you product, because I always have a link down in the description of the video, takes you over to the website, and I show all the product I use over there. But I thought today, because this is a special release that you can purchase beginning today, I'd take just a second and show you what it is. Probably isn't the best picture. And again, this is all over on my website. But starting today, they have 5 different sets of dies that coordinate with other product that are released today, available while they last, as well as this really pretty paper. Now, the card I'm going to make for you today, or show you how to color with, is the Happy Birthday to You, which is one of the Sale-a-bration stamp sets that you can get for free through the end of March with a $50 order. But check it out. Here are some coordination dies. So these are available beginning today. So you can build your $50 order around including the dies and then pick up the stamp set for free. Now, just before we go on, I just want to show you a couple other ones real quick, I promise, and then we're going to get coloring. I know a lot of you have picked up the little Ladybug Stamp Set already. This is free with a $300 order, or you know you're going to get it by the end of March. Dies to coordinate with it. Now, I don't have any card samples yet. I just got the dies, but this will cut out. You can see the flower and all the different ladybugs and some grass and leaves and all kinds of fun pieces. So the ladybug dies are available beginning today. And then another set of dies is called Nature's Thoughts, and these actually coordinate with this gorgeous stamp set called Positive Thoughts that's in the mini catalog. This stamp set, I think, is actually sitting outside right now in a UPS box that just came. So I can't wait to play with it along with these dies, and I'm sure I'll have lots of card ideas to share with those. And those are the only ones I have to show you. There's also the special day ones that coordinate with those animals. These flowers are really super cute. And then the paper. Now, again, I'm going to have all of this stuff shown over on my website, but I just wanted to make sure you knew beginning today, and I can't promise you how long they're going to last. So I wouldn't wait too long to order them. Now, why are we really here? To color. You know, I've colored a lot with Stampin Blends lately, and you know, because I've told you that that's my favorite way to color. But those of you that don't want to make that big investment right away, are looking for different ways to color, the watercolor pencils are another great way to color. If you've never used watercolor pencils, now I just have my cake image stamped on here already. And I don't know what, Melon Mambo. So the watercolor pencil, it really is just a colored pencil. You guys all know what colored pencils are, but there's a little bit of magic in this colored pencil. You can color with it just like you would a pencil. So we're going to go around here. It's kind of a soft pencil, I guess. I mean, I feel like as I'm coloring, I can feel the softness of it. But as I fill it in, I don't worry about it being, perfect right up to the line, or, here there's a little bit of white space. I'd say I'm coloring most of that image. So let's just go ahead. I'm not going to color the whole thing for you here because that would make for a very boring video, but I want to color enough just to show you how to use these pencils. So there we've got the pink, we've got the green, we would go ahead, we'd color in the rest of that. I think we'll just color part of the cake here for you. And again, see those, I guess, streak marks or pencil marks? I'm going to show you how to take care of that so you really have a super nice coloring look. Now, after I show you how to color with these, we're going to look at coloring with Stampin' Blends. And then I've got, I think it's 4 different completed cards that I'm going to share with you. Okay, we did part of the cake. Now, here's where the magic happens with watercolor pencils. I have what's called a blender pen. Now, these come in packs of 3. They're not meant to refill, so you get 3 in a package. They have 2 tips. The 2 tips are identical, so you really have 6 tips. Again, not meant to last forever, but they last a really long time. Now, what you do with these, you can see if I scribble on here, you don't see anything. It's essentially a clear ink. And what happens when you go over what you've done with your watercolor pencil, and I'm kind of doing little circles and moving that color around, it will spread that color. It kind of darkens it, but it gets rid of all those brush lines. See how nice that looks? You can even then do some shading. Like with this one, if you want to come back, you could add a little bit more brown, say where some of those highlight lines are. Maybe a little bit darker out here along the edge. Then come back with that blender pen and blend that a little bit, and then you'll get some shading. So completely different look than what you have with just a straight coloring pencil. Now, when you're done with one color, scribble on scrap paper, make sure that brown is all off of there, and then I can come up here and I can blend this. Look at how much darker it gets. You can see from this side to that side, it just gets out all those streaks, and there's our flower. So look at how pretty that is. Easy peasy way to color, gives you great results. Way less expensive for those of you just starting on your stamping journey if you don't want to make the big investment into blends, but get yourself a set of colored pencils and some blender pens and you'll be doing some pretty coloring. So that's one other way to color. Now, I know I have you in suspense because I haven't shown you the finished cards yet, but I promise I will real soon. Okay, let's color with an Aqua Painter. Now, this is kind of the counterpart to the blender pen. You could actually use this on here as well, as long as you're using a black that's waterproof. But I don't know, can you see? I have white embossed that cake on a piece of watercolor paper. And what I'm going to do is use my Aqua Painter. Let's bring these down just a little bit here to pick up ink in the lid of my stamping pads to watercolor with. Now, to get the ink on that cover, you want to squeeze your pads. I find them kind of hard to squeeze, so I actually get the best results if I flip it upside down and I use the heel of my hand and give it a good press, and then go ahead and open it, and look at all that beautiful ink I have right there. And with the watercolor, or with the Aqua Painter, this is kind of a reservoir here that has water in it. And when you first start using it for the day, you want to give it a little squeeze. I always do it on my finger, make sure I have water coming out. Can you see that? And you got to play around with these. It kind of takes a little bit to figure out the touch, because you don't want too much water, but you need enough water. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this, but I have found I get the best results when I first go to my my stamped image here, and I know you can't see this. I'm struggling seeing it myself. And I lay a little bit of water down, and then I come and I pick up some of that ink, and you can see as I'm going around now, this ink is just kind of spreading out. It's kind of bringing that flower to life there, so to speak. But you can see, because of putting that water there first, it kind of helped this ink move around a little bit. So then I have pink on here. So just like with the blender pen, I want to make sure I get that pink off. So I'll go on my scrap paper, on my hands, on my jeans, whatever. And then let's, just so you can kind of see a whole flower here, let's go ahead and we'll put some granny apple green in these leaves. And like I said, it's just really a matter of playing around with those colors or with the water to get enough water. If you get too much water, you can usually wipe it off like that. But I found that having, see, this is way too wet now, so we're going to just kind of dry that. But the nice thing about watercolor paper is you can usually pick most of it up. So there we go. And you would go on to color it. So again, I'm not going to color this whole thing. You know what? You want to see a little brown on here as long as we're at it. We'll put some brown on that cake, and the same thing. We'll pick up, I have crumb cake, and you can, boy, I got like fuzzies everywhere. You can just keep spreading that around to get it into the color you want. Make your brush drier if you want it a little bit darker. Picks up a little bit more ink, but we would go and color all that thing. So now, rather than watching me color here, let me show you some completed projects. So here's the first one that I did with the watercolor pencils. So this is what we started out at. My piece of Whisper White here is 3 1/4 by 4.5. Now don't worry about these measurements. They'll be over on the website too, along with pictures of these cards and a list of all the products I used and all those special products that start today. So watercolor pencils, I use my blender pen. You can see how the whole image colored in so nice. It really made a quick and easy birthday card. This Happy Birthday, that's part of that stamp set too. So it was a super simple card to make. If you like to color, it's a great image for coloring. Now, let's look at this one. Look at the difference. It's just a completely different look. Here is the one that I started out showing you with this one. So you can see all the melon mambo. We've got some mango melody in here, our chocolate cake, Bermuda Bay on the fan. It just gives you that soft watercolor look. Now, look how that cake is cut out. I am in love with these dies. You know, before we knew there were dies, I saw some people fussy cutting this cake, but the die makes it so easy. Just popped it up a little bit. It really adds a lot. A couple rhinestones on there. So again, hop over to the website. I'll have all the dimensions and a list of everything I used. But there is the watercolor cake using the ink pads and our Aqua Painter. Now, you know I like to color with Stampin Blends. So I had to do a Stampin Blend one here. So exact same layout. I just used Stampin Blends on this one. Little bit different look. The blends blend probably a little bit more than those colored watercolor pencils do. But I just used some real soft blends on that one to make a real soft color. You know, it's kind of interesting when you look at the two of these and the dark cardstock, how it just makes the cake look completely different than when everything is a lot lighter. Now, the granddaddy of all. This is my favorite one. For this one, I colored with Stampin Blends, but what's super cool is in these dies, there's not only the cake die that cut out the cake, but this piece right here cut out just the flowers. So it goes over these 3 flowers, and I don't know if you can see underneath here, you can see there's flowers, but then I actually stamped the image twice and I colored these and cut them out and then popped them up with dimensionals. So it adds so much more dimension to the card than any of these other ones. There's also a cake stand die. So I cut that out, and then there's the little branches, the leaves and the little branches. So I cut those 2 out and kind of stuck them behind just to add a lot of texture and a lot of dimension. You know, this card really wasn't any harder. None of these cards are hard. You know me, everything I do is simple. It's just when you go into a card like this, it just took a little bit more time. There was cutting, there was layering, there was using dimensionals. So I hope you liked that tutorial today showing you the difference between a blender pen and an Aqua Painter and how to use the watercolor pencils or your ink pads for coloring if you're looking for other options other than Stampin Blends, which truly are my favorite colored with blends on that one. That's my go-to, but I still love the look of watercoloring because it's a completely different look. And then watercolor pencils are perfect for many people as well. So I hope you like that. Remember, if you want any of those dies, hop over to the website. You'll see everything that's available beginning today. And I just encourage you to not delay. And remember, with every $50 you order, you get to pick a free item from Sale-a-bration. So get the dies and pick this as your free one. So hope you like that. As always, I am here to help you. I love to teach quick and easy stamping. I don't believe stamping's hard. I think anyone can do it. So if you have any questions, reach out to me, email me, contact me through the YouTube here or my website, and I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. And I'd love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So if you're looking for a place to place an order, hop on over to my online store, and I truly appreciate it. Oh, and while you're there, don't forget to check out my rewards program. I love to give free products to my customers. So until I stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.